Welcome to Tube Amp Vita. Let me tell you a tale of a silver-face Fender Princeton. The owner found it on Facebook Market in Sedona, Arizona. He paid a mere $400 for it. He actually challenged the owner and asked if it was stolen. Of course, he said, no, I just need the money. The chassis is nice and sparkly, but the inners are a royal mess. So let's get it on the bench and see if we can restore the Princeton's crown. Okay, the Princeton is on the bench. So here is the plan of attack. I'll zero in on this chassis a little bit closer. You can see we've got a bunch of those old Mallory electrolytics. We've got some brownie bites. We even have some of these blue uglies. There's quite the mix of components in this amp. All these are coming out. Everything you see, including these resistors, they're all coming out. I'm pretty much going to gut the silent board and completely rebuild it. I don't know why they had a mix of these caps. Maybe it was late in the production. But the thing that really gets me is take a look at the cobble job on these resistors. This appears to be the screen resistors. There's two of them in series. I don't know what they're up to. Maybe they just couldn't come up with the right value. But that mess is coming out as well as the original filter cap. And then we got the straggler here, which is an old style 20 microfarad cap. It's like somebody got in their junk drawer and said, hey, let's put that in the Princeton. And of course we have the negative bias cap hiding down here. We're going to clean things up and put on a new power cord, because this thing is a super mess. Okay, let's get at it. Alright, I'm sure you all understand what needs to happen here. It's a simple matter of removal and replacing with good updated components. I'm also going to be adding negative variable bias and some current monitoring resistors on the 6v6s so we can dial that right in. When I get it all finished, I'll give you guys the after view and then we'll have it played. So I'm sure this resistor combination has your interest. It's got mine too. So let's pop it out of here. Let's see what this mess really measures. I don't want to melt his knobs with my soldering iron. Okay. So it looks like I got a 62 ohm resistor there. And it appears as though we got a 50. Okay. So that means she's probably just a little over 100, huh? Look at there. 111 ohm gigantic resistor for the screen circuit. Why they did that? I don't know. Alright, it's time for D-Lab's rapid capacitor removal procedure. Okay, so I've bent up these two ears and brought all these tabs together so that my Dremel tool will go right in here and I can cut the tabs of the cap. So I've cut both tabs, so then I simply raise the amp up and go whammo bammo, and there's the cap. Now we just got one problem remaining. We have the old tabs that are still stuck to the chassis. They gotta go. And how does D-Lab remove heavy soldering jobs from chassis? That's right. Snozeramus on the job.
A lot of people wonder where ghouls come from. Well, they come from all over. They have a lot of ghouls come from Portugal.
Well, alrighty, I've got all the new components installed in the Princeton. Here is the box of dead soldiers. Main filter cap, the straggler, the resistor combination, and many other assorted core components. I'm ready to test the Princeton, but first I'll give you a sweep of the chassis the way it looks now, and then we'll fire it up and use the audio generator and inject a tone and see what she sounds like. Alright, we'll sweep the chassis from left to right. New Sprague 25 microfarad caps that go to the cathodes of the preamp tubes. These are my new tone caps, which are the Mallory 150 series. Installed new plate resistors to each of the preamp tubes. More Spragues. Come over here to the tremolo section. Changed out that 0.1 microfarad that couples to the intensity control. Of course, a lot more of the Mallorys. Here is the new screen resistor where the funny combo resistor used to reside. New filter cap with the resistors installed. And this is our variable negative bias. And I have an F&T 100 microfarad cap for the bias circuit. New power cord has been installed. We are ready to fire it up. Alright, this is how I bench test these amps. I set the bias, let them sit here and idle for a while, make sure things are stable. I can actually monitor that bias on those two green resistors that you see. Those are 1 ohm resistors coming off of pin 8 of each output tube. Alright, so she's warmed up. I've got my audio generator as an input. So there it is. I can vary the frequency. And then if I want to verify the reverb, there is no reverb. Let me bring up that, and there's the spaceship. And then if we want to check the tremolo circuit, that's working too. So between that and the reverb, oh yeah, we got some serious sci-fi stuff going on there. The Princeton's working great, but really the only way to know is to get a guitar on this thing, and I got just the guy for that job. This is Terry and I got Tony. We're in the shop and we're testing your Princeton. So this is with the mullered output tubes. We're going to play it at level 3 on volume, and then we'll bump it up to like 6. See what she sounds like.
Got plenty of gain.
Let's we'll pop in the RCAs. Alright, so this is with the old original RCAs, man.
I'd run these tubes forever. Now that this amp is all serviced, these tubes will probably last the rest of your life.
Yeah, man. Let's take
I'd run these, they sound great.
So that was 3, here's 6. He bought this for $400, man.
I'll give you 500. I'll give you 600. How about that?
Absolute brilliant performance, and we have restored order to chaos and the Princeton once again wears its crown. That's what you expect from D-Lab, and that's what Tube Amp Theta delivers.